Welcome back to another video.
Today we have a few questions before we go into the video. Have you ever heard of Troja?
Have you been to Troja?
Do you want to know Troja? Then let's
Go to Troja.
Guys, today we're starting our journey from Facey Square. And this tells us that we are headed out of St. Mary and we are into St. Catherine. Now, on our journey, we're not just going to only feature Troja, but we're going to be looking at other little districts in the area such as Darling Spring, Sandygut, Ginger Ridge, and of course we end in Williamsfield. But let's get back to Troja for a bit. Troja is a rural community in St. Catherine and is in fact a part of the Northeastern St. Catherine Division. The main economical opportunity in this area is farming. Outside of that, people have to leave the community to go into other parishes and other places in St. Catherine to be able to earn an income to fend for their families. What can be noted though is that Troja in no way, means, or form is short of water. I counted at least 20 different streams and tributaries, including the river, that this place is blessed with. The river changes side at least 6 times, so it moves from left to right running under the road, and as such there are quite a few bridges in Troja, as well as fordings. As with other places in St. Catherine that I have been to, Troja is also blessed with a vast quantity of bamboos. Bamboos here, bamboos there, bamboos everywhere. Question: what can be done to make these bamboos into some sort of economical trigger for this area? Let's think about it. Presently, the river is flowing to the left hand side of the road, and we're coming down, crossing this bridge here. It moves over to the right hand side, and this is where we're going to take a little stop because we're now up on the Troja Primary and Junior High School. Let's take a quick run to see what's going on up there. So we are at the school gate, and we can see that the sign is there to observe protocol because of the times that we're in now. Now the school is beautifully decked out in the school colors because yes, this is the color of the uniform for the children as well. Emblems, signs are noted on the school, and below the school we have a water catchment area, and up in the hills there we have a farm. Now where we have the water catchment area, it is also a play field, and we are back out on the main, and coming down to the left here can take us back into Brainerd Louisburg, which is in St. Mary. The newly renovated police station is to the left right here. Coming around this corner to the left, we have this variety store, which you can get your clothes, your slippers, shoes, food. You want it, they have it. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Troja railway station, which we're coming up to. It was opened in 1896 and closed in 1975, reopened in 1977 and closed for good in 1978. It was on the boardwalk to Port Antonio branch line, and it provided a means for bananas to reach and be exported from Port Antonio. And this is beyond the fence here to the right. That's where the railway station was. Now I'm going to point you to where we have a platform still standing right here. A quick fun fact: it would cost 2 shillings and 6 pence for a third-class fare from Troja to Kingston. First class was about double that cost. Now we're coming up to the Troja Health Center, which is on the left-hand side of the road. It should be noted that the river has crossed sides again. So the river is actually on the right hand side at this point. And coming around this corner, the river actually crosses over back to the left hand side of the road. And we're coming up on another bridge because the river is changing from the left hand side of the road back over to the right hand side of the road. And as we move along, we can note that outside of bamboos, we're seeing so many banana plants. There are lots and lots of bananas in this area, which accounts for the importance of the railway station back then. Here we also have a footbridge, which is not really in use at this point in time. Coming around this corner, we're going to be passing over the train line right here. And we have a church to the right hand side of the road here, a road that leads around to the church. And we're cruising along and we're taking this very deep corner, which reminds me of another place in St. Catherine. This is where we're coming from. And as we continue on our journey, we're taking in all the greenery that are paving both sides of the road, bamboos and all. And the river has crossed sides and is now on the left hand side of the road once again. And we're just going to take a little stop because on the right hand side there's a tributary that feeds the river.
Oh, nice water hole, man.
Now coming around this corner, we're going to look above and we have the viaduct above the road. What's a viaduct? It's a specific type of bridge that has piers or columns supporting a long elevated railway road, which means this is where the trains would travel back then. Right off this area is called Ginger Ridge. Ginger Ridge. We're now coming down to one of the fordings that we have in this area. There is a footbridge that clearly has not been used in a very long time based on the amount of moss that is there, and a tributary on the right hand side that feeds the river on the left hand side of the road. Now the footbridge is there just in case we have very heavy rainfall and the road becomes impassable, then we can use it. We're officially in Darling Spring, and the story is told of Darling Morrison, who had a spring running through her property, and when people would go to catch water, let's jump over this train track and continue the story. Yes. When people would go to get water from that spring, they would say, "We're going down to Darling Spring." And as such, that name stuck. So it is official, Darling Spring. We're coming up to another place, and this area is called Sandy Gut. Yes, guys, many little places in this very short trip. Sandy Gut. Coming around this corner, we're going to focus our attention on the left hand side of the road because you're going to see what was once the Williamsfield Post Office. It is now an abandoned, unused, dilapidated structure that is hidden by plants. Now we're going to zoom in right here to the left, where we can make out what was once the post office. Now we're coming down, and to the left here, this road can take you down to Harewood, All Age, and there's also a church around that road. And again, bamboos for days. Now in this clearing, we're coming around to the left hand side of the road where we have the Williamsfield Seventh-day Adventist Church. And passing the Williamsfield Seventh-day Adventist Church, and as I said, it is clear that we are now in Williamsfield, of course. Now coming around this corner, we are going to see the turn that will take us to the Harewood All Age School, and it is on our right hand side here. So this road leads to the school.
You said from your picnic that was your bill.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. We used to go here at school. We used to give one cake, penny ice, 2 fish, 1 cake, and penny ice. You used to do this, so.
kind of cake? Johnny cake?
Bolo cake. And Mr. Demon shop right there, so when we're hot girl, we just come down here and we order bread and sardine and syrup. We share it and we have big, this is our first house of TV in our Williamsville. That's true. Maybe they used to watch. And this used to be teacher's cottage. Right now, Mr. Scott, the principal. Miss Bell House. Most famous house on the Williamsville Road. Every pit they pass the big water and everything at Miss Bell House.
And as we press the brake on another trip, the rain decided to sprinkle down showers of blessings, if you might. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with us, for taking this journey through Troja and other districts. Please remember to like, comment, share, and if you're new, please subscribe. We're ending our journey on the Williamsville Bridge today. We are out.